Hi, everybody. I'm Chris, and welcome to The Great Indoors. And gosh, it's our first episode, ever. This is our first video on the channel. That's kind of crazy. I mean, as you can see behind us, we're still kind of getting the studio finalized. But man, technology does not stop, and therefore the show must go on. So here we are. Today, we are looking at ChatGPT V. V stands for visuals. So this is an upgraded version of ChatGPT 4. If you're a subscriber to ChatGPT Plus, this has begun rolling out in the recent weeks, and I just got access today. I'm pretty excited to check it out, actually, because I've heard quite a bit about it. We've known that GPT-4 is multimodal since it was first introduced several months ago, but they withheld that particular capability outside of very particular channels, I presume, so that they could spend a lot more time red teaming and ensuring that it was safe for people to use. The safety of these tools is something that I've been looking into quite a bit, and I'm putting together a series on the history of artificial intelligence leading up until the recent explosion in the technology earlier this year. But for now, I'm really excited to try this out. You can see we've got it loaded up here, and I haven't used it yet. So let's give it a try. And I have an idea for one of the first things I wanted to do. GPT-4V is connected with DALL 3, which is OpenAI's brand new image generation technology. It's the latest iteration that is supposedly much more capable than any of the frontier AI image generation tools that are out there, like Midjourney or Stable Diffusion. But I've seen some of the examples produced by DALL 3, and supposedly it handles text much better than the others. And I'm really excited about that, because the first thing I wanted to do, because I'm just starting out my channel, is to get a logo for the channel happening. So I figure, what better way to produce a logo for the new channel than to ask AI to do it? So let's try it. All right, so here's what I've written. Can you create a logo for my YouTube channel? It's called The Great Indoors, and in it, I talk about what's happening in the world of science, technology, and often with a focus on AI. Let's see how it does. This is kind of exciting. Okay, so it has indeed pulled up DALL 3, and I noticed straight away that this is very similar to the process it goes through for its plugin. So it almost seems like DALL 3 is a plugin that they've made for GPT-4. But it seems like, okay, so it seems like it's created 4 of its own inputs for DALL 3, and it has handed them all to DALL 3, and now we're just waiting for it to come back with images. And some of these are pretty interesting. So straight away, I've noticed that it is indeed much better with text, but it is not perfect, as it has seemed to have misspelled indoors on all of these. In fact, this one, it didn't quite get the right either, and it got a little bit worse, which is a shame because they're all pretty great logos. So, okay, let's try this. All right, so I've written a new prompt. Those are fantastic. However, you seem to have misspelled indoors. Try again, but try to fix the spelling. Let's see how it does. It's coffee time. I'm looking at the prompts that it's generating, and it is indeed spelling the great indoors correctly when it gives it to DALL 3. What I don't see is it informing DALL 3, hey, make sure you spell it correctly, but maybe we'll do better this time. So I seem to have gotten the exact same results with no change. So this makes me wonder, what happens if I give it my original prompt again, pretending that I never gave it that prompt in the first place? Will it try something new? I bet it will. See, this is what science is all about, trying experiments again and again and seeing what the results are. Okay, we did get different logos this time, but we still didn't quite get the results we wanted on the spelling. I'm going to cast time stop on you all while I attempt to generate a set of logos with the correct spelling, or at least until we get something that's usable. And then I'll bring you out a time stop.
Time stop.
Oh, well, we got something with the right spelling. We got 2. Oh, I like that one. Well, that didn't take long at all. So the very next one, I got 4 really cool looking logos. 2 of them, unfortunately, still have the wrong spelling. That one also has the wrong spelling, but the one that I love the most does indeed have the right spelling. The wording is a little bit, well, we'll call it stylized, but I like that. That works great. I think that might be our channel logo for the time being. I realize now that I'm probably making artists out there a little bit upset by using AI to generate art assets for my channel. So here's what I would propose. I'm going to use this as a temporary logo solution for my channel until I can find an artist who feels like they can produce something that would work really well for the channel. So if you're one of those artists, please comment or reach out to me in some way, and I would love to talk to you about generating the branding for the channel, because I think this is going to be really cool. Okay, so now that we've generated an image with ChatGPT 4V, let's see if we can test out the new part of GPT-4V that understands images. And in order to do that, we're going to have to switch back to the default chat channel. So let's do that. Okay, so here we are in a brand new chat, and you'll notice at the top we have a couple of different options. Now, if you don't have ChatGPT Plus, I think your option is to use ChatGPT 3.5. But if you have Plus and you have access to 4, you should have a few different options here. Now, not everyone, as of the time of this recording, has access to DALL-E 3 and the new image recognition capabilities. But to generate images, you have to be on DALL-E 3. To give it images, you have to be back on the default channel. And then you'll notice a little icon down here that says Attach Images. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to go give it the image that it just created for us. And we'll see what we can do with that. So there we go. We've attached the image. Now let's say, what's going on in this image? That was really fast. The image displays an indoor setting, possibly a study or home office. Here are some features. The central focus is a wooden desk with a modern computer monitor displaying a graphical representation of AI, artificial intelligence, with a network-like pattern. That's pretty good. On the desk, there are also speakers, some decorative items, and possibly a pen. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, there are a lot of little tiny details in this image, and just off a few pixels, it's able to understand what's going on. That's really impressive. Above the desk, there's a prominent text that reads "The Great Indoors" with some decorative icons and logos. The room has wooden shelves filled with various items like books, a globe, decorative plants, photo frames, and clocks. I mean, yeah, nailed it. This is really great. I love this. What else can we do with this? So now what I think I'd like to do is to try to capture another image and see if it understands what's going on in that image. And the image that I'd like to capture is a screenshot of what's going on in the web page. So let's give it a try. Now that I've captured that image, let's see if we can hand that image to GPT-4 and see if it understands what's going on there. There's our screenshot. So what is going on in this image? The image portrays a well-organized indoor workspace or home office setting. Here's a summary. Interesting. So this is really interesting. Everything it's given me is a description of the image in the upper part of our image that we've handed it. It seems to have ignored everything happening below. So that's really strange. Why would it ignore that? Based on the provided image, there's no visible content below the floor. Interesting. The floor appears to be made of wooden planks, but the bottom edge of the image cuts off just below the desk level. Therefore, I cannot provide... Whoa, interesting. It's almost like we're looking at two different images. I wonder if it's stuck on our first image and doesn't quite see the second image. Oh, no, it's corrected itself. Apologies for the oversight. Yes, I can see the uploaded web page screenshot that contains the described image and the accompanying text below it. Would you like a summary or specific details from the text or any other aspect of the web page? Yes, please. Always say please when asking an AI. I mean, you never know. All right, the text below the image on the web page reads, "What's going on in this image?" Followed by, "My previous response to your question." Whoa! It recognizes itself. Wow. That's a little spooky, right? I mean, it can recognize itself. Okay, so now I'm going to do another screenshot, but this time I'm going to do a screenshot not only of the image and of ChatGPT's response, but me below it. Let's see what happens. All right, I've captured the screenshot, and now I'm going to try to give that screenshot. Oh boy, which one is it? It's that one. Let's see how Inception we can get with this. I think we're a little too much for ChatGPT. I'm genuinely curious what's going on. Oh, I know what's going on. There's a person in the image. Aha, I do recall hearing about this. So ChatGPT 4V is not willing, it's capable, but it's not willing to talk about images with people in them. And that's why it's refusing to talk about the image. So there is a reason behind it, but it has slightly comical effects, at least in this situation. All right, so fair enough. That's all the time I have for today, but if you enjoy exploring the bleeding edge of technology, then subscribe to the channel and join me as we explore the great indoors.